Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about systematic review, how we can do that in the meantime. So basically you have an idea, let's say I'm interested in mobile apps, and the applications are used for behavior changes, let's say health behavior changes, including physical activity, mental health, diet, drugs, alcohol use, and tobacco use, maybe any other areas that you think about, let's say sleep. After you identify your area for the study, so in this case, all these are the keywords for you or the variables, but you can use different keywords. So you identify your why you want to do the study, for example, to assess the effectiveness of mobile apps in improving health behavior and outcomes, and you can identify more or study more. But basically, your idea is to use certain keywords, for example, apps, behavior changes, behavior, and so forth, smartphones, cell phones, mobile applications, telemedicine, etc. So it's a systematic review. After you did this, the method to do the search is to use some database. For example, you can use PubMed, and that you can use these words to search systematically for the studies done or articles done. And when you collect these articles, you have to use a duration when you start and when you finish. For example, in the past they did a study from 2014 to 2019. So if we want to do a similar study, we can say from 2020 to 2022. And then what you will do is you will end up with some findings. You will screen them and select some of them according to your eligibility criteria, and you can use some methods to clean that, so extraction and review for bias, if there is any bias, and then you validate your findings. After you did all this, you will end up with some number of let's say controlled trials, and so we will say 15 or 50 plus randomized controlled trials met the criteria. We included them. Then we can divide them into our areas of interest. So in this study, they found 37 studies focused on physical activity, diet, or combination, then 11 on drugs and alcohol use, and maybe 4 on mental health, if there is any changes. And when assessing these apps, you can use engagement or usability and see how many users finished the app or completed the rates, and they assess the ease of use. Then you will come to the conclusion of your study. You can write about what you found in the studies, and then you can make your abstract out of this, basically. So I'm going to show you the previous study done in this way. For example, here's the study that I talked about. They started in 2014 to 2019, mobile app for health behavior changes in physicals. This was published in PubMed in 2020. So we can repeat this study between 2020 and 2022 during the pandemic, for example. What they did, they come up with the background. They wrote that there are some studies done and they need to investigate more. The objective is to systematically review all these studies and see if there is effectiveness of the mobile app. And they went over and looked at different databases, 4 of them now, the period between 2014 and 2019, and then they come up with these findings here. So the conclusion, there was no strong evidence in support of effectiveness of app in improving health behavior outcome. So our study, maybe we can replicate this and see if there is improvement during the pandemic. These are their keywords. We can use them similarly. Thank you. If you have questions, please let me know. Send me an email. Thanks.